Hi everybody, sorry for the delay. We had a couple technical difficulties, but we're here now, so welcome to Wild Friends. I'm Brianna, I'm a caregiver here. So I'll be introducing you to some of our animals here at Wild Friends. Some of them are adoptable and some of them are part of our education program. So I'll go ahead and get started with this little lady. This is Venus. Venus is a bearded dragon. She was surrendered to us from St. George. She's very, very sweet. She is adoptable. You might notice that a little bit of her tail's missing. She's okay. That just got bit off. But she's perfectly fine. These guys are originally native to Australia. They were brought over in the pet trade. It is now illegal to import them, but they are still bred for pets. Her tail got bit off because she was housed with another adult male. These are not social creatures. They do not like each other, but they do love us. So Venus especially likes to hang out on your shoulder or on your chest. We've got the wiggles right now. I think we're a little camera shy. But if we're doing computer work, we'll have her on our lap or on our chest. Amy behind the camera had her on her laptop when we came in, helping her with some computer work. But Venus is up on our website. If you have any questions about what it takes to take care of a bearded dragon, we'd be happy to answer those for you. We've had 3 of these guys in the last year or so. So the other 2 got adopted. She is our, oh yes. Venus likes her cartoons. When we first got her, Venus was in a pretty strict quarantine because she had some GI issues. We weren't sure what was going on, if it was contagious to our other animals. So we had her in a back office and we couldn't take her out to handle her because we didn't want to spread anything to the other animals. But she was getting a little jumpy, so we gave her a TV because we wanted something bright and colorful for her to interact with, and she really liked it. So even when we brought her out here, and now that we can take her out and hold her, she does still sit and watch it, especially when she's eating, so we just play it for her during the day. In here, so Toji's back here, we've got Toji, the red-eared slider turtle, and Clarice is in the other pond. Not the easiest to see, but they're in there, I promise. So these guys are red-eared slider turtles. We have 5 sliders here at the sanctuary. All of them are adoptable. 3 of them are down in offices in the Lower Canyon. But very sweet kids. All of these guys were dumped. It's a pretty common theme with red-eared slider turtles. Plus, they're really good escape artists for being turtles. So you have to make sure you have proper fencing and safety when you have these guys. But if all that's in place, they do make really wonderful companions. And Toji especially is kind of my special project. Toji is the sanctuary's longest resident. He's been here for 30 years, which is longer than I've been alive. And I really would love to find him a home. So if you know somebody who's got a pond or would let me help build them a pond or really anything, I'll drive him anywhere, I don't care. He's a very sweet boy. He does recognize faces and he will eat treats out of my hand. So very special boy. I do want to find homes for all of our turtles and they are communal. So, you know, take Toji, why not take 2 or 4 more? My goodness. In here, I'll see if they'll come out. Okay. We'll talk about these guys. We'll see if Jeff comes out. So in here, we've got Molly and Rambo. Rambo is the white dove, Molly is the collared dove. So these 2 are adoptable. We do have a couple of adoptable doves in our outside enclosures as well, but these guys are more people-oriented. And some very exciting news, they're actually going to be going to foster today. So they'll be going home this afternoon, which is very, very exciting. So taking care of doves is really easy. They're quiet, they're sweet. Yeah, you are. They have very sweet little coos. Rambo is sitting on a fake egg right now. Molly was laying too many eggs. We started to worry she was gonna have a calcium deficiency, so we gave him a fake one, and Rambo's the one that takes care of it most of the time. Even if sometimes he just sits next to it, but he does his best. He's a very sweet boy. So we'll go ahead and come on down here. So this is Gibson. Gibson is a Mojave Desert tortoise. We have 9 of them as part of our education program right now, so they are not currently adoptable. They came to us from a partner rescue in Vegas that lost their funding. And they all have URTD, which is upper respiratory tract disease. So they are non-releasable, and they also were non-releasable because they were surrendered to the old rescue as pets. But out in the wild, these guys are listed as threatened, and it is illegal to touch them, move them, mess with them, do anything with them. The only exception to that in Utah is if you see them in traffic and can safely move them in the direction that they're going, you can do that. Just be careful when you set them back down, as they can hurt their legs because their shells are so heavy. The other really good reason you want to avoid these guys out in the wild is they have a super gross defense mechanism. So in the wild, when these guys feel threatened, they will release the contents of their bladder. In the wild, they have to be so good at moisture retention that they only pee once to twice a year. So if they get scared and that gets all over you, that's been fermenting inside them for at least 6 months. So it's really in your best interest to give them a wide of birth as you can. If you really want to get your tortoise snuggles out, you can look through the DNR with the state of Utah. There is a foster program for foster adoptable tortoises. So the tortoises do still belong to the state, but you can take care of them and have them be a part of your family. They are very wonderful. All 9 of them have very distinct personalities. They're very, very sweet kids. And they enjoy a good butt scratch. Yeah. All right, so why don't we go see Blanca? So come on back. Got some more desert tortoises. And we have Blanca. Look at her, some lettuce. You watched Thanksgiving live stream with Julie Castle. That was with Miss Blanca here. Hi, baby. Hi. Oh, it's a good girl. So Blanca is a turkey. She's very, very sweet. Blanca was dumped up near Henryville, Utah. So she ended up down here with us. She is very adoptable. Good girl. So you can see she's an absolute sweetie. Yeah. Hi. Hi. But I would like to kind of put out a little bit of a plea that if anybody might have room for a foster turkey, that would be really awesome. So Blanca's inside because she has a heart murmur. Not a lot we can do for her, just make sure she's comfortable. But the outside temperature extremes can be a bit too much for her. But we would love to see her go somewhere that she can have more human interaction. She loves people. And I know it's a tall order, she is a turkey. But she's more like a big dog with feathers than anything else. So just an absolute love. Yeah, you are. You are. Oh, thank you.
If someone were gonna foster her, Brianna, what kind of setup would they need?
I would think a good tile floor would probably be in your best interest. Something like this for her to roost on. She does like to be higher. We do have chicken scratch for her and lettuce, which if she was fostered we would provide. And really just a place to hang out. Family that would love her. Huh. She has lived with a chicken before. She's very good with other animals. She's very laid back. Yeah. And not teeny. She's the prettiest little coot. Yeah. A good girl. Can I have you? Okay. It's a good girl. Alright, so let's go see if Jeff wants to. Good girl. But yeah, if you have any interest in adding Blanca to your flock, you can email us at wild@bestfriends.org. I know it's a long shot, but there's somebody out there, so. No? No? Alright. Should we still talk about him? Alright, so Jeff seems to be a little bit camera shy, but he is our education squirrel. We've posted a ton of pictures of him on Facebook, videos, everything, if you want to check him out. But the most important thing about Jeff, and our closing message here, is that if you find injured or orphaned wildlife, especially with baby season coming up, definitely check out animalhelpnow.org to find a wildlife rehabilitator near you. If you're in Kanab, that's us. However, if you're remote or if you have family members in other states, definitely refer them to Animal Help Now. You plug in your, sorry, Blanca's very sad she's not on camera anymore. You plug in your zip code and it gives you the names and numbers of wildlife rehabilitators in your area. So it's an invaluable resource. I'm sure there are plenty of ways to maintain social distancing even in this time. Just call your rehabilitator and see what they'd like to do. So that's everybody here in Wild Friends Inside right now. But make sure to tune in next Monday at 4. Yeah?
Yep, 4 Eastern time.
4 Eastern for another Best Friends Live. Thanks so much for coming.